Welcome back to the Garden Report in the actual TD Garden. This is the first video we've shot in the Garden for an official Garden Report post-game show this season. I am Jared Weiss. I'm joined by Josue Pavon. Let's talk about first the race for the bottom. That is RJ Hunter v. James Young, and actually potentially maybe some other guys could be involved there. But that's been the focal point that the media or us have decided is the finishing fight, and still inconclusive. There is still no clear winner in that fight. You know, RJ Hunter last game with that massive offensive explosion kind of looked like he might have taken the lead there, but Young has continued to be, in general, a more consistent player, while Hunter will pull up from 30 feet and nail it, has just those flashes of brilliance. I mean, who is your guy at this point with one game left in the preseason?
At this point, it's still RJ Hunter. I know he didn't have the best game tonight, because I think tonight, in terms of that battle, I think it was James Young who won it. But for tonight, let's just say RJ Hunter may still have the lead, but not for long. There's still one more game between these two to battle out for that last spot. And I think what separated James Young from RJ Hunter today was the fact that he was able to rebound a bit. He had a steal. He had a few assists as well. He seems to be more the dynamic player, whereas RJ Hunter could turn out to be the better shooter. So I think that's going to ultimately decide who gets the last spot. We'll see what happens in the last game of the preseason.
And it really comes down to a theoretical issue or argument, is that would you rather have a guy that you think has a good chance of being a useful 3-and-D player like James Young? Good chance is probably strong. There's some chance. Well, with RJ, I think the likelihood that he could at least be a kind of like a sniper shooter off the bench is pretty much there. And then there's more potential that he could be a significant shooter and a really key rotation player for this team. So I agree with you. You kind of have to go for Hunter there. But what is something that Young could do in the final game that could put him over the top?
I think if he just keeps doing what he did tonight, keeps showing that he's more of a dynamic scorer than Hunter, he can get to the rim better than Hunter can. I know RJ Hunter did show that on Saturday night. But I think James Young just feels more comfortable with the ball. He's a better dribbler. He's a bit of a better distributor. I guess out of the two, neither one of them is really a true distributor or a true passer. But if you had to pick one out of the two, I'd go with James Young.
The funny thing is Hunter actually has the experience as a point forward, but Young has been in the league for 3 years now, and we are seeing signs of maturity. And it really is taking as long as we expected it. It's just that he was so raw, and their patience isn't really there now because they have so much competition on the roster. So that it's going to be very interesting to see. So we will find out after Wednesday night's game, where you'll be right here to find out who really won that fight at the end. Josue, Jared will be back for part 2 in a minute.